Hello and welcome to episode 121 of the Road to Glory save here on Football Manager 22. My name's Russ and today we have the season review and transfer special. After the disappointment of losing the final on penalties to Southampton in the Europa League, we need to build a side that's going to bounce back next season and finish in the Champions League position again. So we need depth, we need quality, we need goals, pretty much we need everything I think. There's a few players in this squad that we need to get rid of. We'll go through that once we've done the season review. So let's jump straight into it then. So new arrivals to the club. Media are saying that Andrade is our star signing, and I'd probably have to agree with that. Stefan Schmidt probably would have been up there had he joined us from the start of the season. He is going to be joining us. We knew about that. We knew about that before the season review anyway. So 45 games he played for us, 28 goals, 4 assists on 7.27 rating. Yeah, 24 million, absolutely decent for that. For his return on that there. Stefan Schmidt, 16 appearances, 2 goals, 7.66. As I said, had he been with us from the start of the season, he would have been probably the star signing. Aureliana as well, he's another good signing. Played 18 games for us, 5 goals, 2 assists. I'd like to bring him in next season, but he's going to cost me 62 million if we were to sign him. So I think that's out the door. Valdez didn't play as many games as I was expecting him to, and also didn't score as many goals as I would have liked. Only the 9 goals there. Did pick up 8 assists though, so it's a pretty decent season for him. Valdson picked up some injuries, so maybe we shift him on. Injury prone midfielders is not what we want in the squad. We got rid of a defender because of injury risk, so maybe that's what we do with him. Tim Smith didn't play too many games either. 30 million was a bit of a risk, but he is only 18. He's going to develop. He is a wonder kid. Says it there. Or I can't even say his name, so we'll call him Gare. Gare went out on loan to Rosenborg. He's going to be coming back next season. He's going to be cover at the right back. Just a couple of other players that didn't really play for us. Bruen as a defender didn't play, and neither did the 2 goalkeepers. So season results then. So in the Premier League, finishing 3rd, the board had given us an A+. We were expected to finish around mid-table, towards like 13th, 14th was where they were predicting. We finished 3rd. We were in a title hunt for a little bit of the season. Finishing 3rd, where I was probably thinking we were going to end up finishing 4th, is pretty decent. We caught Tottenham up when they were 11 points clear of us. Managed to overtake them, and then only finishing 5 points behind Man City in 2nd, in 13 points behind Liverpool. We still got a way to go if we want to win the league, but we're on the right track now. In the Euro Cup, we were the runners-up, got a B- for that. Just disappointing to lose that game on penalty. And if you have a look at these, it was the only game we lost as well. I'm pretty sure we lost to Porto. Yeah, that one shouldn't have been a green. That should be a red there. We did lose 1-0 to Porto. So yeah, a little bit disappointment there. FA Cup was a write-off, getting knocked out by Wolves, and the same as the Carabao Cup, where Arsenal knocked us out 5-0. Moments to remember then. So, biggest win was the first game of the season where we absolutely hammered Leeds 6-1. Andrade picking up 2 goals in there. Valdez, Valdson, Hope, Landers with the other goals. Match to remember was a 2-1 win over Wolves at the end of September. Dijkstra getting sent off in that game. Valdez and Fajrado picking up the goals. And goal of the season came in the Leeds match. It was Andrade. 12th minute strike from 24 metres out. It was an absolutely fantastic goal. So yeah, really happy with that. Finances then. So we're still a 3.5 star reputation club at national level. There's going to be no new sponsors either. Sponsorship here has gone up by over 10 million. Broadcast revenues down by 11 million. Corporate and hospitality is up by nearly 500,000. Prize money is up by about 16 million, I would say, looking at that there. That's because we were in a better competition in the Europa League. That's only going to go up again next season with the Champions League money. And match day and commercial revenue's gone up. That was up by 110k. Going on to merchandise, we sold just over £2 million worth of merchandise, and over £750,000 that was non-domestic sales. Akyaz is still the top shirt seller. Andrade's coming up there. Hope, Perez and Valdez. I really like Perez as a player. He's making me want to start him on the left hand side in the attack and drop Sains down as the left back option. It's something I'll probably have to look at the stats in the attributes and address that when we get to there. So how are we lined up then? So they're saying Cajon in goal, a back four of Dijkstra, Landers, Fajardo and Carlos Edwards. Pearson, Allison, Louise and Akyaz in midfield. That's that holy trinity. They're such a good defensive team. Perez on the left, Hope on the right. Yep, 2 really good wingers. Loads of goals in them, loads of assists. If you look at Perez picking up 10 assists, Josh Hope with 18, he contributing 14 goals as well and 12 for Perez. And Andrade up front with the 28 goals. He's a decent player, very good player. Glad we got him in. Accolades then. So I picked up Manager of the Year. Hopefully we can pick that up again next season. Club awards. So Akyaz gets Fans Player of the Season. Young Player of the Season also goes to Akyaz. Signing of the Season we knew was Andrade. Goal of the Season we knew was Andrade. Top goal scorer we knew was Andrade as well. Most assists was Josh Hope. Most Player of the Matches was Carlos Eduardo. Highest average rating was Akyaz, and most passes completed per 90 was Pearson. Normally that goes to Conte. It just goes to show how many passes and how vital Pearson is at the base of that midfield and what he does for the club. Competition awards, Akyaz picking up 2 awards there, English Young Player of the Year and the World Under-21 Footballer of the Year. He's not going to be winning that next season. He's 22 now, so that's out of the question. Record breakers is the highest transfer fee received for Alex Celadon. He went to Chelsea and didn't play. He might be an option that we can bring back on loan. So that was our season review. Looking at the best 11 now, we have reverted to the 4-3-3, coming away from the 5-3-2. So no place for Joe Hugill in the starting 11. He drops down to the bench by the looks of things. Yep, there. Oliver Bosworth still the top goal scorer. Assistant manager Marcus Bettinelli's now on the bench. Romero's on the left of the defence. Conte, Simu and Osborne. Ramsey at the base. Fordyce, Holm, Bacon. Sains has managed to get in there. So maybe we don't drop Sains into left back. We keep him on that left wing and alternate him with Perez as the seasons go on, or as the games go on. Where are they now with the best 11? So Frank Romero's still at Zenit. Gareth Bacon's still at Celtic. Hugill's over at Werder Bremen. Let's just check him, see how many he got on. 4 goals. So he's a shade of his former self. I mean, look at this here. When he was with us in the lower divisions, sort of did it in the Premiership in the first year. Couldn't get it in the second year. And yeah, just not the standard of player that you really want. Zach Emerson, he's still at Adelaide. How is he getting on over there? Because he was pretty decent for us when he was at the club. Yeah, he's still scoring goals. He scored 28 for them in about 75 appearances by the looks of things, 70 appearances. So yeah, he's still a decent player. Just going to check through these to see if there is any. Just going to accept all that there. If there's any budget changes, I don't think there is. Just look at the finances. So we should have Champions League money, sponsorship money and Premier League money coming in soon, so that should boost that up. Got £16.5 million to spend. Could move some of the wage budget. I don't think we need 100 in. Well, I don't think we need 1.8 million. If we drop that down to that, give us 22 million to spend. See if we can find any players really. We do have these two definitely confirmed. So Schmidt and Pereira Santos. Pereira Santos is a 19-year-old player from Flamenco, sorry. Physicals look absolutely great for his age. We will need to work on these if he's going to be covering it right back, especially the crossing and the marking. Passing needs to improve as well. We know how good Schmidt is. Looking at this guy from Real Madrid as a striking cover option. Finishing of 8 isn't that great though. It's just going to be cover option really is why we're bringing him in. And Clarence Debouchet from Paris Saint-Germain. Just a goalkeeping option really. Just to give Broughton some competition as the second choice goalkeeper. So let's go and buy some players. Get ourselves ready for next season. Get ourselves ready for Champions League football. Dulwich Hamlet in Champions League. Who'd have thought it? This is promising signs for the club. The board have agreed to upgrading the youth facilities and the training facilities. They're both going to be ready in October. So club is going to be on the rise. If you have a look at the facilities at the moment, we can have a look at it from this screen really. Youth facilities is 2-star, decent but not great, and the training facilities they're good training facilities. So we need to be state of the art really in the Premiership and the Champions League. It's just this here that really needs to improve. Adequate recruiting. We need decent recruiting for the youth players to bring them through, especially with the restrictions that we're going to get with the Champions League. The English transfer window is now open, so we've brought in Boucher as the goalkeeper. He's coming as an E fans reaction. 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential goalkeeper. He's only 18, so hopefully we can improve him there. Same as this guy's coming is 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential E rating, and that's Pereira Santos. Fordyce has left us. He's gone to Celtic for 2.4 million. He's gone to join Bacon, hasn't he? And he deserves the moves. He deserves the game time. It's the only transfer that I've gone through so far. If we have a look at the finances, we have just over 18.5 million to spend. I might reduce the wage budget a little bit more. There are some players, some clubs swooping in for our players, so Addison Louise may end up leaving us. If he does leave us, I want his full transfer value, because we're only getting 30% of the revenue made from that into our transfer budget. So if we can get 60 million for him, that's what, 25 million going into our budget. It's a little bit of wiggle room for us then. So we got one in and one out. Leaving us is Anderson Louise, £62 million to Newcastle. I tried to convince him to stay with us. He didn't want to stay, so we need to find someone in midfield now to replace him with 50 million. I definitely think we can do that. He's also the cover at right back, on right wing and up front. So yes, it's losing a decent player, but we do have someone through the door in Brian Comey, 21-year-old striker. He is of Argentinian blood. Got a lot of Argentinians in this side. Technique 16, passing 16, finishing of 13, crossing of 16. So he can play out on that right side. He can also play out on that left-hand side and also up front. And he's only going to get better as well at 21. So I'm quite happy with that deal we've got there. A couple of other players I am looking at. If we have a look at the players in midfield option. So yes, we've lost Anderson Louise, but this guy could be coming into us. 22-year-old Yang Jiang. He's played at Real Madrid. He's played in the La Liga. Predominantly played in their B team. So yeah, I'm looking to bring that guy in as the replacement. Right, we've rolled into the new season. Just having a look at where the media predict we're going to finish. They reckon 13th. So is that because we're in the Champions League this year? Time will tell. I think we can finish maybe 5th or 6th, purely because we're going to be in the Champions League this year. It might affect us going forward. I like to finish in the Champions League again and just keep this save really going. We've got no one in the Dream 11. The only players we have got in the key players is Carlos Eduardo and Sinyan Akyas. Josh Hope, I think he was in there last season and drops out there, so yeah, it's disappointing in that respect, but the club is on the rise. 50 to 1 to win the league. Never know, it could happen. It could happen. On the players coming in front, Izan Monjay is joining us from Manchester City. Enthusiastic striker. I'm bringing him in more to play midfield though. He can play in that Mazzala role. Can he play attack? Yeah, he can. Attributes look decent. Passing of 16, technique of 16, work rate of 16, vision of 13, dribbling of 13. Physicals look great as well. So he's definitely going to add a little bit of support in that midfield, which is what we need. Other transfers in, we have got Yang Zhong coming in. Again, it's another player who's got decent passing, decent technique, decent first touch. Vision's up there. He's definitely a player who's going to add more depth and strength where we need it in that midfield. It is the 30th of June and we've just confirmed that Schmidt is joining us from Liverpool. Fan reaction is an A. That is because of the loan deal we had from him last season. We are looking at a couple of other deals in, so 2 more midfielders in Cleedis and Di Giovanni. We looked at Di Giovanni last season. I think if we can get him in, I'll be I'll be happy about that one. Same with Cletus, because that'll boost our midfield. If we have a look at the squad depth at the moment, we are pretty slim in and around this here. I mean, Akias can play down there. I'm pretty sure Monji can't play there. So maybe we're not as thin in midfield as I thought we were. Maybe it's defensive midfielders where we are quite thin. We'll just see what we can bring in, really. We haven't got a lot of money. We've only got £22.5 million. We're over the wage budget as well, so we're going to have to adjust some things to make things work at the moment. Just update you as soon as we've got anything, really. We've confirmed the 2 players joining us from Real Madrid, Yang Zhong and Inaki Olazola. Olazola's a striker, can also play out on the right, the centre and the left of the attack. He is 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, 19 years old. I think we can help him achieve that level. And Yang Zhong comes in as 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential player. I can sit there in the midfield with a technique of 18, passing of 16, first touch 17. So yeah, he's I think I went through those stats earlier. He's coming in as a fringe player. He's definitely going to get some cup games for us. Quite happy with that deal. It's free as well, and we're only paying £31,500 worth in wages each week. So it's a good deal all round. We've got ourselves a midfielder, defender, defensive midfielder through the door in Martin Butterini. Joins us from Paris Saint-Germain for a deal that will be worth £15.25 million. Comes in as 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. So he's playing at his the top of his game at the moment. Looking at his attributes for someone who plays in, what do we play there? Ball winning midfielder, don't we? I think it's on defend we play it. So yeah, it does suit him. Tackling a 12, marking of 12, so that's quite low. Other stats are quite good. Physicals are still quite decent for his age at 32. Mental attributes are great as well. So his anticipation, his composure, his decision making, his determination. So I think he's going to add some competition for Pearson in there. Now that the Holy Trinity has sort of been broken up with Anderson Louise leaving us, it does leave openings in the team for other players to come in and try and make those roles their own. Finance-wise, it does leave us with just £3 million in the bank. Transfer-wise, massively over the wage budget now. I say massively, only £100,000 over it. And we're still looking at this deal here. Whether or not we can get it over the line, I don't know now. It's 10 million. Maybe the board will sanction it. We'll just have to see what happens. We've picked up a defender on a free deal. Vlad Alexandru Iditabi Siakan. We'll just call him Vlad going forward. 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential player at 20 years old. Can play just centre back. So tackling a 13. Physicals look okay. Heading a 12. He's 6'2", so maybe we stick him on the front post for corners and stuff like that. Mental stats for him look quite good. Position's decent as well, so he's going to be quite well at the back. I think we can develop him. It's just another option at the back, at the fence that I feel we need there. No news on that midfielder that we're trying to bring in though. So it's a bit of a sad moment for the club. Matthias Sainz has left us. 30 million he has gone to Fulham. Played quite well for us last season. Only played in 20 games, but with Perez coming through, it's going to edge him out of the team. And we have Dijkstra, we have Nogbu, we have Fajarad who can play at left back as well. So I'm not sure how many games he's actually going to play for us. We paid 7 million from him from Tottenham. £30 million is a decent deal for us, really. That led to us bringing in Marco Di Giovanni, in midfield. 3-star current ability, 4-star potential, 23-year-old culture midfielder. He can play up on that left wing if we can train him there. If we have a look on the left-hand side of midfield, crossing needs to be a little bit better. First touch, finishing, maybe he can't play out there. So maybe he's just going to sit in here and we have a look at the midfield options that we've got, to whether or not we can find someone who can actually go out on that left hand side, because at the moment we just got Perez and Barnett who can play there. Maybe Oliozola, we take him off of there and put him out on that side there. I think we're done transfer wise. Got some decent players in the club now. He's not going to be playing there. He's going to be playing in this position here. Yeah, we've got players in lots of roles. Lots of cover provided for the team now. So I'm quite happy with this team. The only transfers I think we're going to end up doing is if anything does present us via loans. Other than that, we're just going to see it through to the end of the season now. Well, I say the end of the season, the start of the season against, I can't actually remember who we're playing first. Leicester. So about a month's time, we'll go through to there and just see how well we do. We have moved Valdez on now. £12 million we're getting from him from Lyon. He wasn't going to get the game time now that Como was coming. So yeah, that's why he's, or Comey, I can't remember what his name is now. So that's why we've moved him on. If we have a look at the finances now, we're within wage budget, but I think that's going to go up because we're offering Akyas a new contract. We still have £3 million in the transfer fund, so we can just move that over to alleviate the issue we have there. If we have a look at the squad depth now, I think we've got enough. Move him out of there because he's not at the club. Move Denilson out as well. Maybe another striker on loan. I think I'll leave that to deadline day anyway. Or at least someone who could play on the left wing as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the squad. We're approaching the Leicester game now. It's in 13 days time. So we'll see how well we've done in the transfer window when that comes up. I said I wanted a left winger and a striker. We've loaned one in from Everton. It's Colombian. Ever Vieira. Or Ever Vera. Oh, Ever Vera. There we go. Let's go with that. 2.5 star current ability, 2.5 star potential player. He is 30 years old. Can play on that left. Can also play on in the striker role. Can play on the right as well. So he's a good utility option for us up front. We also have agreed a £6 million mandatory fee for him to join us at the end of the season. So if he does well, bring him in for that. Move him on or keep him in the squad for another season. Squad wise, I think we're there now. I think this is it for the season. We do look strong. I'm not going to lie, we do look strong. We'll have a look at what the media think, or where the media think we're going to finish this season. They initially thought 13th, now they're up to 11th, so we're still 50-1 to win the league. But we're moving up the table. I think we can get into the Champions League positions again this year. Still no one in the Dream 11, and key players, Carlos Eduardo, Akyas. That is it, just the two players. Akyas has signed a new contract with us. Other players that have signed a new contract with us are Carlos Eduardo and Christian Andrade. So they're with us for long term now. I think this is our team for the next maybe 3 to 4 years. We have a look at the age of the team. The oldest we've got is 32. Yeah, 32 is the oldest we've got. Then we've got 30, 29. So yeah, it's a pretty young squad. I'm very, very happy with it. So that is the opening day of our season in the Premier League. The Premier League did start 2 days prior to our game here. We are playing Leicester at the Edgar Cale Arena. Just going to have a quick look at where the media think we're going to finish. When we last checked, it was 10 days ago within the game. So we've gone up one place into 10th now. Still 50-1 to win the league. Liverpool still favourite. I think they've won it. Was it? Did it 5 years in a row? Yeah, 5 years in a row. Probably going to make it 6. So it's going to be a challenge for us to actually win the league. So let's jump straight into the Leicester game then. We're going to go with Cajon in goal, a back four, Dijkstra, Landers, Schmid and Carlos Eduardo, a Butterini at the base of midfield, Di Giovanni and Valton in front of him, Pires on the left, Hope on the right and Andrade up front. On the bench for us in the way of debuts could be Monje, Yang Zhong, Vera, and I think that's it really. All the other ones are going to be down here. Comey's picked up an injury, that's why he's not playing today. We do have 2 numbers to give out now. We'll do that and then we're going to jump straight into the match. First highlight of the new season is a corner for us. Di Giovanni's going to put this one in. Can he find a Dulwich head? It's been cleared by Leicester. Butterini's charged that ball down quite well. It's into Giovanni. Can he put it in the box? He doesn't. He has a shot and he finds the back of the net. 3 minutes into his league debut and he scored for Dulwich Hamlet. We are 1-0 up. This is a fantastic start for us. The past 3 seasons, the start of the season's been brilliant. As last season, when it went on to be an amazing season for us. Can we repeat what we've done for the past 3 seasons? Repeat last season as well and go better? Let's find out. We've got a throw on the right hand side. Carlos Eduardo throws it into Valdson. Back up to Carlos Eduardo. He's got men in the box if you can find them. In goes the cross. It's been cleared. But Dyksha's going to recycle his ball into Hope. Di Giovanni. Carlos Eduardo still playing it around in the midfield. Playing it back into our defence now. Working it out to that right hand side. Bertarini was with the ball. Hope. Carlos Eduardo's got space if you can find him, and we do. And can we find a second goal? We do. Dulwich Hamlet 2, Leicester 0. 15 minutes on the clock. It's a well worked team goal, that one. Playing it back into the defence, straight into midfield then. Carlos Eduardo's got loads of space to run into and finds that bottom corner. We've got a goal kick here. Cajon plays it into Schmid. Carlos Eduardo on that right hand side now. Hope's got a bit of space and we can play it into him. He's cutting deep though. There, now we find him. Andrade's open if we can cut the ball. No, we've got a penalty here. We do. VAR is going to review this one. Every time we've had a penalty on these situations, you get it in this game. 19 minutes on the clock and we have an opportunity to go 3-0 up. What's the ref going to be saying? Penalty. Stepping up for the penalty is... I can't remember who we've got on to take them now. It's going to be Di Giovanni. Can he get a second on his debut? And he does. What a debut it is for that man. I'm glad I delayed the transfer with him until we had the money to sign him. I had the opportunity to not sign him. We held on, bringing him in with 3-0 up inside 20 minutes. In comes a corner from Pires. Schmid with the header. And there's our fourth. 21 minutes on the clock and Dulwich are 4-0 up. I mean, we beat Leeds 6-1 on the opening day of last season. The way we're going to be getting 8, 9, 10 in this game. 4 shots on target, 4 of them all in the back of the net. Throw in on the right hand side for us. Carlos Eduardo plays it into Hope, over to Valdson. Carlos Eduardo, can you find a cross? He does. It's Landers, but the ball's been cleared. Busserini's picked up, plays it into Di Giovanni. Landers, space on the left hand side if we can use the player. We don't, we go back to Schmid in defence. Landers. We've got men open, we just need to find them now. Valdson. Carlos Eduardo plays it over trying to find Pires. His head it's knocked into a Leicester player in the box. They've got it clear. Landers picks up the loose ball. Plays it up on that left hand side. Cuts it back, goes all the way back to Cajon. Cajon into Schmid. Can we give it... I want him to give it to Di Giovanni so he can get his hat-trick in this game. There's the man. Plays it into Hope. Hope into Andrade. Hope's got 3 of his man. In the box he goes. Tucks it into that bottom corner. That's 3 goals we've scored, which have been exactly the same. Dulwich Hamlet 5, Leicester City 0. And this is only the first half. It's only the first 37 minutes. Leicester with a corner. And it's been headed over. Yeah. I thought Cajon might have got a hand onto it to force a corner. It hasn't. They've headed over. It's their first real highlight of the game. Got 3 minutes left of an incredible half of football for us. Anyone who's coming to the Edgar Kell this season is going to be absolutely destroyed going by this at the moment. Into time added on. We've got 2 minutes of that. 8 shots, 5 of those on targets, 5 goals. Can Marco Di Giovanni find his hat-trick? Can he find his third in our 6th or 7th or 8th in this second half? 5-0 to us. Half-time substitution sees Valdson come off and Yang Zhong come on. Valdson had picked up a knock. He reckons he could play through it, but I'm not going to risk him. We got players on the bench that we can bring on to replace him. Hopefully, Yong Zhang's going to have a decent, or however his name is, Xinjiang, I think we'll do with that one, or Yang Jing. Hopefully he's going to have a decent debut, just like Di Giovanni is. We've got a corner here on the left-hand side, Pires. In it goes, and in the back of the net, our 6th, it's Schmid with the goal now. I think that's, what's that, his 2nd of the match? He's on for a hat-trick as well. Defender and a midfielder, both on for hat-tricks. Leicester have got this ball clear. Pires is picked up on that left-hand side. cuts it into Dijkstra. Dijkstra's having a poor game for us, really. Di Giovanni's on the ball now into Butterini. Plays it over to... it was a loose pass. We managed to get it back, though. Josh Hope's got the ball. He has a shot from range, and it is over. So making our last two substitutions now. Nogbu comes on at left back for Dijkstra, and Vera's coming on for Perez on the left-hand side. Leicester have got a corner with 21 minutes on the clock, or 21 minutes left to go, and they've got a goal. It seems like it's going to be a repeat of last season's opening game, 6-1. I mean, it's a consolation goal from really. I can't see them scoring 7 or at least another 6 or 5 goals to get back into this match. We've got a throw-in on the right-hand side with Carlos Eduardo into Zhong. Butterini. Back to Eduardo. He's shown too much to the Leicester player. Lucky we got a challenge to get it back. We've lost it again. Can we get a challenge in? Nog with a decent challenge there. Wins the ball. Back into Schmid. Schmid to Landers. Just playing it nicely in between our defence at the moment. Trying up on that right hand side. Carlos Eduardo plays it into Hope. Carlos Eduardo's got free on that right hand side. We've got no players in the box yet. He just needs to hold it up a little bit. He does. A little bit of skill. Puts the cross in. And Vera's head. Vera on his debut. Our 7th goal of the game. I know you said 7th goal of the season. Technically, it is our 7th goal of the season as well. What a start, man. 5 minutes left to go in this game. I don't really want the game to end. I mean, how many more goals can we score if time was going to be continuing on with this game? Into the last 2.5 minutes now. And we picked up an injury and we can't make any more substitutions. So, what can we do? I think we have to go Nogbu in the centre. It's going to not do it now, isn't it? It's going to be a pain. Oh, it's actually done it. We're going to have to go with that, I think. And just play the last couple of minutes with 10 men on the field. Disappointing that Carlos Eduardo's picked up an injury. Hopefully he's not going to be out too long. We've got 2 minutes left at the end of this game. A game that we've comprehensively won. Just waiting for that whistle now. And there it goes. Dulwich Hamlet 7. Leicester City 1. 2 goals on the debut for Di Giovanni. 2 goals for Schmidt from defence. A debut goal from Vera. Who else scored for us? Can't actually remember now. We'll check it. We'll check it now. Did Andrade score a goal? No, it's Josh Hope and Carlos Eduardo. So no goals from the striker, but everyone else is chipping in that match. We are currently top of the table. I mean, winning 7-1 on the opening day, you're bound to be top, aren't you? Does that affect where the media think we're going to finish? I doubt it very much. No, we're still in 10th, but yeah. Looking at the table itself, yeah, we're up there. Liverpool won, Man City won, Chelsea won, Man United drew. Then again, they did have a poor season last time. Let's have a look at the schedule then. I think we'll come back for our first Champions League game. I think it's going to be around about here. So find out who's got in the group, find out who we're going to play, and then see Dulwich Hamlet play Champions League football. So if you guys enjoyed that, 7-1 victory in the opening day of the season, and a pretty decent transfer window for us, if I must say so myself. Drop a big thumbs up on that video for me. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with this journey, and as always, thank you very much for watching.